Got ourselves team 1 with Cobras, the boy, the man, the myth, the legend. We got ourselves bad names, man. Killer. We got Minikosa going back in with Successive and Thank You. You know, the more I look at this monk set, I thought to myself, you know what? I like it. I just don't like the hat. Maybe the hat would grow on me. And you know what? It still hasn't. I'm still not a fan of the hat. I like it's unique. I don't think they've done that before, but it's like unique, but at the same time, it also feels like just a normal hat from Pandaria. Almost like it could have been a quest item back in the day. Arthas first up versus Successive, a bit of a rematch with these two. And I think last time it was one of those where Successive almost had Arthas. Got him for defensive play immediately. Kind of a bit of a deja vu moment, actually. Just full set of pets, full stun, immediate underground, into a right back in with a grip. But actually got himself the Earthy Elemental this time around. Look at that Earthy Elemental. Look at this for Riders attacking the Earthy Ele the entire time. Wait, Riders denied with an Earth Elemental? Hold on a second. Technically, the Earth Elemental does have like a taunting aura about it. So every few seconds or so, it does pulsate a taunt to everything around you. So it was able to taunt all the riders on it. So honestly, Successive could just avoid the entire whole go completely. I never even thought about it like that. Full root onto Successive for a second, trying to see if he can break out of it as soon as possible. Arthur's taking a bit more of a defensive, trying to see if he can wait out until Permafrost is available again. For Successive, he definitely needs to find a way to get back over there and start hammering Arthur's with that consistent damage, with those zaps from a distance. Yeah, that's essentially exactly what it needs. Quick blind off of that grip, try to go for a proper stun. Successive does have a pre-wall for this one, and he's just going to use it early as a silence comes out for Arthas. Not the worst move actually to go for that kind of a defensive. As long as he's got himself resources, he will be okay. Full bloodlust. And with that said, if you can just keep Arthas out in the open, I think exactly, yeah, just back away, keep auto attacking from a range. I feel like this could potentially be enough here. Lichborn with an IBF, that's a lot of defenses committed by the Death Knight. I think you have to, though, in that kind of situation. More green is him, adding a little bit extra additional damage. AMS to follow as well. I think it's the AMS from Morgreen to stun, building up at least another one. But Successive tried to go for a knockback, but while the horse cannot be moved, cannot be shaken. Got himself plenty of Maelstrom available with a massive thunder, but it's going to be a full army of the riders joining back in. And with the damage, Arthas at this point was going to drain on CDs, but the riders joining in, which is all he needed. Killer is going to be up next. Last time Killer saw the health bar of the Death Knight get incredibly low. He was going for the kill, trying to see if he can add him right then and there. Blind onto Killer for a second. Does go for Tricken. Death back last moment. Arthur's got full set of cooldowns. I don't know if he has enough to survive. Quick stun last second. Hold on. AMS to cover for some of the magic damage. Silence onto Killer. Killer goes in for a turtle shell. Backing up out of there with a full medic advantage. Arthur's having to charge out as well. He has the pet to at least Death Strike off of. It definitely should utilize it to recover. Killer took so much damage in health, but that turtle well set up, full heal, fully back in there. Arthas under a ton of pressure yet again. Got himself the riders joined in with a little bit of healing that he can do while the pet is away. He's got to be very, very careful here. A couple of grenades and an explosive shot could be the end of you right here, right now. I feel like Killer has got himself a killer advantage right now. Full disarm onto Arthas, has himself AMS for some of the magic damage at the very least. Death strikes, barely keep him alive, trying to go for a proper stun. I don't think he has the damage. He has to play super defensive still. Maybe he can go for a silence onto Killer. He's got mobility, and all he can do is potentially try to escape from stun. Does not have an escape here. No, wait, Human Rachel last second does come back out. Blind? Does he have a setup? Silence for a moment? Very limited what he can do. IBF up very, very soon, though. I don't know if it's going to be enough to try to see if he can cleave him down, but he was doing quite a bit of damage too for a second. Just not enough to take him, as is going to be Midi charging in full crusade at the ready. Scatter, as he got himself full Wake of Ashes. Does he have the big hammer coming down? Should hopefully have it. Does have the massive hammer. Imperial hammer's coming down. That's a defensive from Killer right now. And I think Killer actually switched up his build. I think he's no longer a sentinel. I think he went pack leader. Walking Midi into a freezing trap, but looks like the dots or the pet breaks him out of it immediately. Binding shot to follow. Needs an escape. Got himself a melt for a second. He needs an extra defensive. He's got himself one more defensive actually. He's got himself the wall, which is going to give him that healing over time. So he should be okay. If he hovers at low health, as long as he doesn't take a huge hit in the execute type, you might be all right. Look at that recovery. The hammer's coming down though. He got himself a bit of that pet sack or that other, or not pet sack. It's a Master's Call. It doesn't even matter which one it is. It is going to be Midi taking him out from there on. And it's going to be full gate setup, blind onto the pet, as well as the Warlock. And Midi not going to have a great time with the lock since he's mostly out of cooldowns. He could potentially go for Spell Warden. Wings are being used right now. And right now while you have Crusade, unless it's about to run out, and that's exactly what the case was. Unless it's about to run out, you should get aggressive. You should try to see if you can take him down. And I think for Midi, he might just have to wait essentially 2 minutes until CDs are back up. Unless you can get a couple of hammers to break past the defenses of Cobras. If you can get a couple of hits on him, when shield, the Dark Pact shield is down, then I think he'll be fine. Stun around the corner doesn't quite connect, doesn't really go as far. He thought Midi would be walking at him, not being around the corner. The hammers do come down. He's trying to make sure those Imperial hammers are hitting the Warlock, but he's having to cover such a long distance that Succubus could stop you halfway through. Try not to. Stun reflected back at him though. Cobras knew that Midi was eager to get that stun as fast as he could. Mortal Coil sent him. Midi, not an amazing spot. Spell Warden might be the way you play this. Infernal Bolt, trying to see if he can avoid it. He's trying to see if he can delay all his other immunities. He doesn't have Lay. He doesn't have Bubble. It may need to be a Spell Warden action. Or maybe he's going to try to see if he can combine Spell Warden with other cooldowns. I'm not really sure. Wake of Ash is available. Hammers are coming down. Maybe this is the play. Spell Warden is up. Immune to all the damage. Immune to CC from magic. And Cobra's backing up on it. Does he have the gate back up and available? Midi just having to focus their attention onto that pet. He's got Crusade available and everything. Either as a proc or as a real Crusade. Does go for the stun, but a Succubus catches him and just puts him right against the wall, not let him go anywhere. Fear to follow, just to keep the chain of damage going. Shadow Fury with a Chaos Bolt. Incinerate to follow. That might just be enough. Mortal Coil to follow. Does he have enough damage here? Portals are up. As he got himself that Shield of Vengeance available. Trying to go for a bit of that Flash of Light healing. Man, quick blind for Midi as he's trying to recover here. Bubble back up in 2 minutes. I don't know if you can stay that long. Wings are up though. Hold on. Wings are up. Hammer's coming down. Does not go for the stun onto Cobra. He does go for the port. Do you just stay and attack the pet? I think you just stay and kill the pet at this point. And Cobra trying to see if he can get himself a better position. Look at him potentially pulling the pet back and health funneling. That's actually not the worst for Midi because at least Cobra's taking health damage. Sort of, kind of. With a Chaos Mother right around the corner. Succubus could potentially catch you. You need to be line of sighting that thing. You need to be very, very careful of this thing right now. And there it goes. There it goes. Wall for Cobras too. That is a massive defensive. Midi, maybe he has some survivability left in him. He's got a Hand of Freedom. Mortal Coil with those bolts is not going to feel great at all. Second bolt with the Ruination right after. And that Ruination coming down. The Ruination doesn't really like clash onto its target. It looks like it comes down. You still take damage. But you can't really see it like follow the target. How long you doing? What's up, Ink? We're gonna be doing this for a bit here, man. For a good bit, I think. As long as we got groups, I want to get as many of these done. Because these are very, very fun. Hanging out with you boys at the beta, checking out classes, seeing what looks good, seeing what pops off. Hopefully not encounter too many bugs like Midi does. Because Paladins have been kind of bugged as of this week. But yeah, gonna try to go for as long as we can. Juke out for Cobras. His health is not in a great spot, and Liana is perfectly chilling. Just fine over on their end of this over on their end of the world right now in this grand arena. For Cobras, he's still just trying to get himself a better position with a Succubus. Maybe this will be enough. Kind of put himself out in the open. That could be a flanking strike or a harpoon away. Chaos Bolt, Mortal Coil, just trying to see if he can set up something up here. Chaos Bolt, Fear does go through Chaos Bolt. Does he have a second one? Stun to follow. Trying to chain these. Another bolt. Soulfire. Lots of damage. Lots of demons. And he's come to a port. All Liana did is use, the Fortification of the Bear. And there goes a turtle. Just to get himself the defensive healing rolling. As it's going to be a full stun onto Cobras. Got himself a big heal at 43% dampen. He gets about as much healing as he could muster. Fear onto Liana with a full Ruination coming down. More bolts flying out of portals. But look at Liana's health. It just stops budging. Once you get below 50% health and you pop any of your major defenses, your health just doesn't budge anymore. At 45% dampening, and you saw the setup he went for, right? Cobra got himself an incredibly good setup. I guess any other class, I feel like there would have been either on the death's door or dead. Hunter, not so much. Got himself that Chimeric Poison. Liana swinging around the corner, harpooning right over. Is this going to be their play? Is this going to be enough? Got himself a defensive. That's going to be a big port for Cobras with a Succubus catching it. This way, you and the pet need to run in there and end this deal right now because Cobras is hurting behind that pillar. Pet swinging around one side, Hunter flank and striking on the other with a full Fear off that Infernal. Try to see if he can set up some kind of a go. Port to follow. Does get a juke. Some way, somehow, does get a juke. Liana just is one kill shot. Or does he? I think the pet, oh, I was gonna say, I think the pet actually kills him. But there goes a big kill out of the Warlock. Got himself the Chaos Mother. It's attacking the pet, but at least it gives you the proc. You got yourself the proc with a Succubus. It's going to be set up. Hold on a second. Question is, does Liana have the defenses here? Mortal Coil, Trinket, Shadow Fury. Try to see if you can back up out of there. Able to escape. Still taking a bit of damage. There goes the defensive flank and strike right in. This is where Ruination needs to come out. Coldbreak does not have a lot of options here. Try to go for a port. Got away for a second. Wall very, very soon. I feel like he needs to walk in. Wall, slam damage. As long as there's no stun for Liana, I think you need to just walk in, wall, slam damage. Now is your time to do it. Immolate. If you were to set something up, does he have a proper go here? Conflagration locked in. Fear trying to make a cast here. Cares about one. Silence with the Chimera Poison. No, the Hunter is ahead of the curve with that one. You got yourself another board. How many more of these gates you got? Oh my goodness. The two Juggernauts will not go down without a proper fight here. Big coordinated assault, but a Mortal Coil sends you out with a Fear. Blanket Strike. Does not have a kick for this one. Stun to fall. I think it's over. Liana does end up crashing it down. Next up is going to be Minicosa charging Liana right in. Question is, does Liana have any more defenses or is this over? Massive full burst. Does have a defensive here. Does have a wall. Binding shot onto the Hunter who immediately escapes it with a trinket. Liana got himself turtle shot coming back up, so at the very least, you have defensive scatter for a second. You just need to get away from the monk. Does try to go in for a freezing trap, doesn't quite get it. Knock back onto the monk with a trap to follow. Does have turtle, may need to use it immediately. Unless you touch a death angle. Oh yeah, I was gonna say for a second. That is a touch of death angle for certain. Man, Minicosa does end up using quite a lot of offensives there. Has plenty of defense to work with. Touch of death, or touch of karma rather. I don't know if that would be enough because that's a full Blaze Storm. The warrior doesn't really care for it. He just popped the defensive, full offensives. If you can take down Minicosa, I feel like he just needs to put those cooldowns and kill a guy really quickly. Wait for the cooldowns to come back and go again with another monk because he can burst a monk down fairly quickly. Minicosa, there's a very survivable out of all the monks that I've ever seen. Very defensive heavy. He's got himself a very interesting loadout for himself. And Duke can try to see if he can back up on it and get whatever heal he can. Minicosa got I think a decent advantage here. Lexup to follow. Trinket available. Does not send it though. I'm actually very surprised he just sits the trinket. Unless he's like, you know what? I'm fine. I got my, what is it? The Mechanome Racial. It's a bit of healing, but it does high dampening. Not doing a lot. I think he's just trying to go for second win strat. He's just trying to let himself recover. He's trying to play Vivify, but I think that percent healing is better than Vivify right now. He is able to recover quite a bit of health though. He is able to recover. And as long as you're not taking damage to your health bar, second wind, it is kicking in. It is 66% dampening. Is lowering down by quite a bit, but it is kicking in. Minicosa with a Fist of Fury, got himself images, Storm Method Fire. As Dookie does end up getting Clash, and that's going to be a quick port out of Minicosa off of the Clash. Ports back in, full Celestial, does go for the stun to stop the Celestial, still taking that damage though. From something, I'm not really sure what. Like a dot, like a bleed? Maybe? He does that second one kicking in though. I don't know, maybe, hold on, I don't know, that second one is going back, his cooldowns are back. Hold on a second, Zerker, Lexip, Trinket available here? Does he have a stun? Karma to follow? I think he just goes in, full Blaze Storm. He's committed. He is not going anywhere. I think it's still over though. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage. That is a ton of damage. He had to stay in though. He had to stay in, dude. Between Liana and the Cobra though, the two Juggernauts not going anywhere. It is a lot of damage to deal with though. My goodness.